It was a routine flight, a red-eye from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing, packed with 239 souls seeking new adventures or familiar comforts. Flight MH370, under the command of Captain Zaharie Ahmad Shah, lifted off into the night sky on March 8, 2014. The Boeing 777, a symbol of modern aviation, disappeared into the darkness, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and shattered hopes. The world watched in disbelief as hours turned into days, then weeks, then years. How could a sophisticated aircraft, packed with tracking technology, vanish without a trace? The disappearance of MH370 became an obsession, a chilling reminder of the mysteries that still lurk in our modern world. The search for answers became a global effort, uniting nations in a desperate hunt for clues. Theories abounded, ranging from the plausible to the outlandish. Was it a tragic accident, a mechanical failure, or something more sinister? As the world grappled with the unknown, one question echoed through the corridors of aviation history. What happened to Flight MH370? This is the story of a mystery that continues to haunt us. A tale of a flight that vanished into thin air, leaving behind a legacy of unanswered questions and a profound sense of loss. Join us as we delve into the enigma of MH370, exploring the theories, examining the evidence, and searching for answers in the vast expanse of the unknown. At the helm of MH370 was Captain Zaharie Ahmad Shah, a veteran pilot with over 18,000 hours in the sky. His experience was unquestioned, his reputation within Malaysia Airlines impeccable. He was a familiar face in the cockpit, a seasoned professional entrusted with the lives of hundreds of passengers. Zaharie's passion for aviation extended beyond the flight deck. At home, he indulged in his own flight simulator, a testament to his dedication to his craft. He was known to meticulously recreate flight paths, losing himself in the virtual skies. This dedication, however, became a source of scrutiny as investigators delved into the mystery of MH370. Was the man behind the controls harboring secrets? Rumors swirled about his personal life, whispers of marital discord and a growing sense of unease. Some reports hinted at political leanings that put him at odds with the Malaysian government. Could these whispers hold the key to understanding the flight's fate? The weight of 239 lives rested on Zaharie's shoulders that night. As the world searched for answers, the captain's life became an open book. Every chapter scrutinized for a hint, a clue, a motive that could explain the inexplicable. In the other seat was First Officer Fariq Abdul Hamid, a young pilot on the cusp of achieving his dreams. At 27, he was living proof that dedication could make aspirations soar. With almost 3,000 flight hours under his belt, Fariq was already considered a rising star in the ranks of Malaysia Airlines. He had earned his wings through hard work and unwavering focus. Those who knew him spoke of his commitment to his career, his infectious enthusiasm for the world of aviation. Fariq's future seemed as boundless as the sky itself, filled with the promise of a long and rewarding career. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. The disappearance of MH370 cast a long shadow over Fariq's promising future, transforming him from a rising star into another name on a tragic passenger manifest. His life, once filled with the anticipation of soaring to new heights, was abruptly grounded. As the world grappled with the mystery of MH370, investigators turned their attention to the young co-pilot. Was there something in his background, his behavior, that could shed light on the plane's disappearance? Or was Fariq, like the hundreds of passengers he was tasked with transporting, simply caught in the web of an unimaginable tragedy? In the aftermath of any aviation disaster, the crew becomes the immediate focal point of investigation. Their actions, decisions, and any potential motives are meticulously examined, every detail placed under the harsh glare of scrutiny. The disappearance of MH370 was no different. Zaharie Ahmad Shah, the experienced captain, found his life dissected by investigators and armchair detectives alike. His flight simulator, once a testament to his passion, became a source of suspicion, with deleted files hinting at simulated flights over remote stretches of the Indian Ocean. Could this be a chilling premonition, a sign of something more sinister? The scrutiny extended to Fariq Abdul Hamid, the young first officer. Though his record was spotless, investigators delved into his past, searching for any sign of instability, any hidden motive that could explain his presence in the cockpit on that fateful night. Every aspect of their lives, from their financial records to their social media activity, was scrutinized in a desperate search for answers. But as the investigation wore on, the question remained: were the pilots of MH370 victims of circumstance, or were they architects of a deliberate act that defied explanation? The lack of concrete evidence in the case of MH370 created a vacuum, quickly filled by a torrent of speculation and conspiracy theories. Without a wreckage site, without a definitive explanation, the world was left to grapple with a multitude of possibilities, each more unsettling than the last. Some whispered of a hijacking, pointing to the deliberate shutdown of communication systems as evidence of a nefarious plot. Others clung to the belief that the plane had been deliberately flown off course, perhaps to a remote island or hidden airstrip. Theories involving rogue states, terrorist groups, and even insurance scams swirled through the media, fueling a global obsession with the missing plane. As months turned into years, the weight of speculation pressed down on the families of the passengers and crew. Without a definitive answer, closure remained elusive, replaced by a gnawing uncertainty and a desperate longing for the truth. The mystery of MH370, it seemed, would not be easily solved, leaving behind a legacy of unanswered questions and a profound sense of loss. The day began like any other at Kuala Lumpur International Airport. Travelers from all walks of life bustled through the terminal, their faces a mix of excitement and anticipation. For the 227 passengers and 12 crew members of Malaysia Airlines Flight 370, March 8, 2014, held the promise of new beginnings, family reunions, and long-awaited vacations. Among them were seasoned business travelers, their faces etched with the familiar fatigue of frequent flyers. Families with young children navigated the crowded terminal, their voices a chorus of laughter and excited chatter. Couples embarked on romantic getaways, their hands intertwined, their eyes reflecting dreams of shared adventures. At Gate C3, the boarding process for Flight MH370 commenced. Passengers presented their boarding passes, their faces illuminated by the glow of departure screens. The flight crew, led by Captain Zaharie and First Officer Fariq, made their way through the terminal, their steps purposeful, their demeanor professional. The Boeing 777, its exterior gleaming under the airport lights, awaited its passengers. The air crackled with the promise of departure, the ordinary rhythm of a day filled with the comings and goings of countless journeys. But for those aboard MH370, this seemingly ordinary day would soon transform into an unfathomable nightmare, a chilling testament to the fragility of life and the enduring mysteries of the skies. As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across Kuala Lumpur, Flight MH370 taxied towards the runway. The Boeing 777, a symbol of modern aviation, lifted effortlessly into the darkening sky. Its departure a testament to human ingenuity and our desire to conquer the skies. The passengers settled into their seats, their attention drawn to the in-flight entertainment systems or lost in conversation with fellow travelers. Outside, the sky transformed into a canvas of vibrant hues, a breathtaking spectacle of orange, pink, and purple as the sun dipped below the horizon. The air was calm, the skies clear, offering no hint of the turbulence that would soon engulf MH370, both literally and figuratively. In the cockpit, Captain Zaharie and First Officer Fariq ran through their pre-flight checks, their voices calm and professional as they communicated with air traffic control. The hum of the engines provided a constant reassurance, a symphony of power and precision that spoke of routine and reliability. As MH370 soared higher, leaving behind the twinkling lights of Kuala Lumpur, the passengers and crew settled in for the long journey to Beijing. The flight, it seemed, was progressing without incident, a routine red-eye traversing the familiar airways. But in the darkness above, a mystery was brewing, a series of events that would soon challenge our understanding of technology, aviation, and the capricious nature of fate. For the first hour of the flight, MH370 traced a routine path across the radar screens, a blip of light moving steadily towards its destination. Then, at 1:21 a.m., something extraordinary happened. The transponder, the device that broadcasts a plane's identity and altitude, went silent. MH370 vanished from civilian radar screens, leaving air traffic controllers bewildered and concerned. Was it a catastrophic failure, a sudden malfunction that plunged the plane into electronic darkness? Or was it a deliberate act, a chilling decision to sever the electronic tether that connected MH370 to the ground? The answer, it seemed, was lost in the static of the night, leaving investigators to grapple with a growing sense of unease. The silence from MH370 was deafening. No distress calls, no mayday signals, no indication that anything was amiss. The plane, it seemed, had simply vanished into thin air, taking with it the hopes and dreams of 239 souls. As the minutes ticked by, the mystery deepened, transforming a routine flight into a chilling enigma that would captivate the world. The disappearance of MH370 was not just a tragedy. It was an unprecedented event in the history of aviation. How could a modern aircraft, equipped with sophisticated communication and tracking systems, simply vanish without a trace? The answer, it seemed, lay hidden somewhere in the vast expanse of the night sky, a puzzle waiting to be solved. As the world reeled from the news of MH370's disappearance, a glimmer of hope emerged from an unexpected source. Inmarsat, a British satellite telecommunications company, revealed that their satellites had continued to receive faint automated signals, or handshakes, from the missing plane for several hours after it vanished from radar. These ghostly echoes, though lacking specific location data, provided a tantalizing clue. By analyzing the timing and strength of the signals, experts were able to piece together a possible flight path, a digital breadcrumb trail that stretched for thousands of miles across the Indian Ocean. The Inmarsat data painted a picture of a plane flying for hours after its disappearance, its course deviating dramatically from the intended route to Beijing. It was a chilling revelation, suggesting a deliberate act, a ghost ship sailing silently across one of the most remote and unforgiving stretches of ocean on Earth. The search for MH370 now shifted to a new phase, a race against time to scour a vast expanse of ocean, guided by faint signals from space. The Inmarsat data had provided a lifeline, a glimmer of hope in the darkness. But would it be enough to unravel the mystery of MH370 and bring closure to the families desperate for answers? The disappearance of MH370 triggered one of the largest and most complex search operations in aviation history. A multinational task force, equipped with state-of-the-art technology and driven by a shared determination, converged on the southern Indian Ocean, their mission to find any trace of the missing plane. Ships equipped with sonar scoured the ocean floor, their instruments painting a picture of a vast and unforgiving underwater landscape. Aircraft, their wings slicing through the clouds, conducted aerial surveys, their crews scanning the waves for any sign of debris. But the ocean, it seemed, guarded its secrets jealously, offering up few clues to the fate of MH370. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and still, the search continued. The families of the passengers and crew clung to hope, their anguish amplified by the lack of answers, the unbearable silence from the depths. The world watched and waited, hoping for a miracle, a breakthrough that would solve the mystery of MH370. But as the trail grew colder, the weight of uncertainty pressed down on the search effort. The ocean, vast and unforgiving, seemed determined to keep its secrets, leaving the world to grapple with the possibility that the fate of MH370 might forever remain an enigma. In the absence of concrete evidence, the void left by MH370's disappearance was quickly filled by a torrent of speculation and conspiracy theories. Theories ranged from the plausible to the outlandish, each attempting to explain the inexplicable, to make sense of a tragedy that defied logic. Some experts pointed to a possible mechanical failure, a catastrophic event that crippled the plane, leaving it to crash silently into the ocean. Others whispered of a hijacking, a deliberate act of terrorism or sabotage, their suspicions fueled by the deliberate shutdown of communication systems. As the search dragged on, the theories grew bolder, fueled by the lack of answers, the desperate need to make sense of the senseless. Some speculated that MH370 had been flown to a remote island, its passengers and crew held hostage by an unknown entity. Others envisioned a rogue pilot, driven by madness or despair, deliberately steering the plane off course. The theories, though lacking concrete evidence, served as a stark reminder of the power of the unknown, our innate desire to find explanations, even in the face of unimaginable tragedy. The mystery of MH370, it seemed, had become a blank canvas onto which the world could project its fears, its hopes, and its deepest uncertainties. As MH370 slipped off civilian radar screens, a different set of eyes continued to track its ghostly journey. Military radar stations, designed to detect even the faintest blips on the horizon, had recorded the plane's westward turn, its silent passage over the Malay Peninsula, and its disappearance into the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean. These silent guardians, however, remained tight-lipped in the aftermath of MH370's disappearance. The information they possessed, deemed classified for reasons of national security, was not immediately shared with the civilian authorities leading the search effort. This silence, though understandable from a military perspective, fueled speculation and conspiracy theories, adding another layer of complexity to an already baffling mystery. The capabilities of military radar, far more advanced than their civilian counterparts, became a source of both intrigue and frustration. Could these sophisticated systems have provided crucial information that might have narrowed down the search area, perhaps even led to the discovery of MH370's wreckage? The role of the military in the disappearance of MH370 remained shrouded in secrecy, a source of endless debate and speculation. Were they privy to information that could unlock the mystery? Or were they, like the rest of the world, struggling to make sense of a tragedy that defied explanation? The reluctance of military authorities to divulge information about MH370's flight path fueled a wave of speculation and conspiracy theories. Why the silence? Were they hiding something, protecting sensitive information, or simply following protocol in a situation that had spiraled beyond anyone's control? Some experts argued that the military's silence was a matter of national security, a necessary precaution in a world rife with geopolitical tensions. Others, however, questioned the need for such secrecy, especially in the face of a tragedy that had captured the world's attention and left families desperate for answers. The lack of transparency fueled a growing sense of mistrust, a belief that the full story was being withheld, perhaps for reasons that had nothing to do with national security. Rumors spread like wildfire, whispers of cover-ups, hidden agendas, and a truth that was too terrible to reveal. The military's silence, whether justified or not, had become a stumbling block in the search for answers. It was a silence that spoke volumes, amplifying the mystery, deepening the sense of loss, and leaving the world to grapple with the possibility that some truths are simply too dangerous to reveal. In the absence of a definitive explanation, theories about the military's involvement in the disappearance of MH370 proliferated. Some, fueled by geopolitical anxieties, suggested that the plane had been hijacked or shot down, a casualty of a silent conflict playing out in the shadows. Others pointed to the presence of sensitive military installations in the Indian Ocean, speculating that MH370 had strayed into restricted airspace and been intercepted, its fate concealed to protect national secrets. The theories, though lacking concrete evidence, resonated with a public hungry for answers, their imaginations fueled by spy novels and Cold War thrillers. The possibility of military intervention, however remote, added another layer of complexity to the already baffling mystery of MH370. It raised uncomfortable questions about accountability, transparency, and the limits of power in a world where information could be as valuable as any weapon. The theories, though impossible to prove or disprove, served as a stark reminder that the truth often lies hidden beneath a veil of secrecy, a shadowy realm where governments operate with impunity and the lines between fact and fiction become blurred. As the years passed and the search for MH370 continued, separating fact from fiction became an increasingly difficult task. The lack of a definitive explanation, combined with the military's reluctance to divulge information, created a fertile breeding ground for speculation, conspiracy theories, and a deep-seated mistrust of official narratives. Theories about the military's role, though often based on conjecture and speculation, highlighted the enduring power of the unknown, our innate desire to find explanations, even in the face of unimaginable tragedy. They were a testament to the human need to make sense of the senseless, to impose order on chaos, even if it meant constructing narratives that were more comforting than factual. The fog of speculation surrounding MH370 served as a stark reminder that in the absence of truth, our imaginations are free to run wild, conjuring up scenarios that are both terrifying and compelling. It was a reminder that sometimes the most difficult thing to accept is the possibility that some mysteries may never be solved, that some truths may forever remain elusive. The disappearance of MH370 spawned a whirlwind of theories, each attempting to make sense of the senseless, to fill the void left by the lack of concrete answers. From the plausible to the outlandish, these theories reflected the global obsession with the missing plane, the desperate need to understand how a modern aircraft could simply vanish without a trace. One of the most persistent theories centered around the possibility of a hijacking. The deliberate shutdown of communication systems, the mysterious westward turn, and the plane's continued flight for hours after its disappearance all pointed towards a calculated act, a nefarious plot orchestrated by unknown actors. Was MH370 the target of terrorists, a pawn in a larger geopolitical game, or the victim of a rogue pilot with a hidden agenda? Other theories explored the possibility of mechanical failure, a catastrophic event that crippled the plane, leaving it to crash silently into the ocean. Could a fire, an explosion, or a sudden decompression have incapacitated the crew, sending MH370 plummeting into the depths without a distress call? As the search for answers continued, the theories grew bolder, fueled by the lack of concrete evidence. Some speculated that MH370 had been flown to a remote island, its passengers and crew held hostage by an unknown entity. Others envisioned a rogue pilot, driven by madness or despair, deliberately steering the plane off course, seeking a watery grave or a hidden sanctuary. While speculation ran rampant, investigators on the ground focused on the painstaking work of gathering evidence, analyzing data, and piecing together the puzzle of MH370's disappearance. The Inmarsat satellite signals, those faint handshakes from the missing plane, provided a crucial starting point, offering a glimpse into the plane's final hours. Experts meticulously analyzed the timing and strength of these signals, using complex algorithms and mathematical models to reconstruct a possible flight path. The data painted a picture of a plane flying for hours after its disappearance, its course deviating dramatically from the intended route to Beijing, drifting silently across the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean. The search for physical evidence focused on the area identified by the Inmarsat data, a remote stretch of the southern Indian Ocean known as the Seventh Arc. Ships equipped with sonar scoured the ocean floor, their instruments mapping the underwater terrain, searching for any sign of the missing plane. Aircraft, their wings slicing through the clouds, conducted aerial surveys, their crews scanning the waves for debris. The hunt for clues was a race against time, a battle against the elements, and a testament to human determination in the face of overwhelming odds. Each piece of debris recovered, every data point analyzed, brought investigators one step closer to understanding the fate of MH370. Despite the tireless efforts of investigators and the deployment of sophisticated technology, the mystery of MH370 endured. The wreckage of the plane, though eventually located in the depths of the Indian Ocean, yielded more questions than answers. The black boxes, those crucial repositories of flight data and cockpit recordings, remained elusive, their secrets buried beneath tons of water and sediment. The lack of a definitive explanation fueled a sense of unease, a nagging feeling that the full story had yet to be told. The families of the passengers and crew, their grief compounded by the lack of closure, continued to demand answers, their voices a poignant reminder of the human cost of this unsolved mystery. The disappearance of MH370 challenged our understanding of technology, aviation, and the limits of human knowledge. It exposed vulnerabilities in air traffic control systems and raised questions about the effectiveness of search and rescue operations in remote areas. The mystery of MH370 served as a stark reminder that despite our technological advancements, there are still forces in the world beyond our control, mysteries that may never be fully explained, and tragedies that leave an enduring mark on our collective consciousness. Beyond the technical analyses and the search for answers lay a profound human tragedy. The 239 passengers and crew aboard MH370 were not just names on a manifest. They were individuals with hopes, dreams, and loved ones who were left to grapple with their absence. There were families torn apart, their lives forever altered by the loss of a parent, a child, a sibling, or a friend. There were couples whose plans for the future were shattered, their shared dreams now distant memories. And there were individuals whose journeys were cut short, their potential unrealized, their stories left untold. The disappearance of MH370 left an indelible mark on the lives of those touched by the tragedy. It was a loss that transcended borders and cultures, uniting people in grief, empathy, and a shared search for answers. The families of the victims, their lives forever intertwined by this shared tragedy, found strength in their collective pursuit of the truth, their unwavering determination, a testament to the enduring power of love, hope, and the need for closure. Their stories serve as a poignant reminder that behind every mystery, behind every unanswered question, lie human hearts forever marked by loss and the enduring search for meaning in the face of unimaginable tragedy. The disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 remains one of the most baffling mysteries in aviation history. Despite a multinational search effort of unprecedented scale, the plane's fate remained shrouded in uncertainty for years. The discovery of debris on remote islands offered tantalizing clues, confirming the plane's demise in the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean. But the lack of a complete wreckage site, the absence of the crucial black boxes, and the lingering questions about the final hours of the flight continue to fuel speculation and debate. Theories abound, each attempting to piece together the puzzle, to offer an explanation for how a sophisticated aircraft, packed with passengers and crew, could simply vanish without a trace. Was it a tragic accident, a catastrophic mechanical failure that left the plane crippled and adrift? Or was it something more sinister, a deliberate act, a hijacking, or a rogue pilot guiding the plane off course towards an unknown fate? The lack of definitive answers has allowed speculation to flourish, filling the void with theories that range from the plausible to the outlandish. The absence of a complete picture, of concrete evidence to confirm or deny the various scenarios, has only deepened the mystery, leaving the world to grapple with the unsettling possibility that some questions may never have answers. While the world may never know with absolute certainty what happened to MH370, the human cost of the tragedy remains a stark reality. The 239 passengers and crew who boarded that flight were not mere statistics. They were individuals with hopes, dreams, and loved ones who were left behind to cope with the unbearable pain of their absence. The families of those lost have endured an unimaginable ordeal, their grief compounded by the lack of closure, the unanswered questions, and the lingering uncertainty surrounding the fate of their loved ones. Their resilience in the face of such profound loss is a testament to the strength of the human spirit, their unwavering pursuit of the truth, a poignant reminder that even amidst tragedy, hope and determination can endure. The legacy of MH370 extends far beyond the realm of aviation. It serves as a chilling reminder of the fragility of life, the capricious nature of fate, and the enduring power of mystery. It has sparked critical conversations about aviation safety, the importance of transparency and international cooperation, and the need to improve search and rescue capabilities in remote areas. While the search for answers may continue, one thing remains certain: the memory of those lost aboard MH370 will forever be etched in our hearts, a somber reminder of the human cost of this enduring enigma.